do some checking. This is the first time I've gone live on the phone, guys, since 3 years ago. It's been almost 3 years. So it's J-Mike Live, and I'm going to do a quick sound check. I hope it's okay. It's going to be a couple of seconds. Hold on. Almost 3 years. All right. So it's J-Mike Live. There's no sound card. There's no sound effects at all. It's just YouTube Live, J-Mike. Thanks for coming in, guys. So it'll be a little bit different. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, so this is almost like my first time live. I remember those days. It was like, I'm live. So Deborah Orrit, I got my microphone here for the sound, and it's sounding good. I think that could be your problem, or anyone's problem, that you don't have the microphone connected to the telephone. So keep that in mind, guys, if you're going to try to do this. My first time doing this, I don't know if we're not using that mic, but it's there. There's not a lot of room on these ledges because there's so many things, and let's move that up so you don't see my belt. All right. Not that I have a belly bulge or anything like that, but anyway, I'm not accustomed to looking at my face in portrait when I'm live. It's always widescreen. So, and it's hard to look at both. Let me fix this. I'm going to be probably adjusting this a couple of times. That doesn't come any closer. Is my wife watching? I don't. Anga Sawako, are you watching? No, Od Kaba. Yeah, she's watching. I can barely hear her though. But thanks for coming in, guys. It's I'm on YouTube Live, on directly on YouTube. There's no streaming software today, no sound card, anything like that. Good morning, Evelyn Panidar, Team Jolly Hugs. Awesome. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Don't forget to do that. All those times I was saying, it's very easy. It's right there next to the chat, the thumb. But on the phone, I guess it's not like that anymore. You got to go up into the description, and then you get a drop down, and then you find the thumbs up. So there's an extra step. If you're not too lazy, Marty and Jamie, you can give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I'm just kidding. If you're coming in here to watch and enjoy, I love you. There's no doubt about that. You can't get people to. Well, actually, I was on Big Kev on last Saturday, a few days ago, and he had a lot of people watching, but there were no thumbs up. There was like 8 thumbs up, and he had like 25 people watching, and they didn't go away. They kept watching. And I'm thinking, they don't like him. They can't be bothered. So if you can't be bothered to go along with people, that means you can't be bothered to do a lot of things. But if you're watching a video where it looks like someone's getting hurt, that'll make you laugh, right? So it's so funny, Norma. I watch a lot of videos, and if you hear, if there's a pet, a puppy doing something that you don't see every day, or it's usually a puppy, and everyone goes, oh, I love that, and it has 16 million views and 2 million thumbs up. Or it's something goofy, like someone's entrapping somebody else to do something, and then there's payback, and that'll get 1 million views. And it's like, good for him. I would have killed him. And everyone would have. All the people that think they would have killed somebody, they love it. It's like crazy. You gotta love other people, guys. Undale Life Journey, thanks for stepping in. Thank you so much. Awesome. Don't go away. We're just getting started, guys. It's a new format for me. No sound card. I just got the mic right here. It's I guess it's on. I can't see how that's clipped, but it's right there by the neck. I hope it sounds good. Donalyn Vendicio. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Undale. All I ask is that you give us the thumbs up. That doesn't, on laptop it doesn't refresh. Brett Worship is here. Awesome, Brett. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh the my backup here. I'm looking at the backup. That's why. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up so far. Thank you. It's awesome. So on my backup, I can see my pants, but on my live phone, I can't. Oh, you know why? Because the chat's there. I don't want to. I can't. No, it doesn't disappear, honey. I'm already at the top. My head's already at the top. It doesn't disappear. Unless I get closer, but I can't get that. Oh, maybe I can. I don't need this table here anymore. All right, we'll move around. We gotta move that out. There's like 3 tables here. I got 3 tables. There's no headset anymore. Maybe I could listen to that, but it wouldn't be the live feed. So that's why I don't do that. So this is I forgot what they called this. It's a circle light. I'll call it the circle light. It gets me closer. All right. You can still see it. The portrait view, it shows too much pant. I don't. Norma said, "That's all right, Jay. Chicks dig you. Chicks dig that sort of thing." There's the now getting famous Siamese cat. Right there, there she is. She's addicted to cuddling. Haven't been live because I got a little bit of a cough. Jackhan official, thank you for coming in. Shout out. Thank you so much. Jackhan, KE channel Norway's here. Awesome. Thank you so much for Undel. Jack Hahn, thanks for stopping in. Life is good. Yeah, my 8-year-old son wants me to cook crawfish. He likes to eat crawfish. Isn't that a little bit like lobster? It's like smaller lobster, right? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I had the jambalaya, right? They usually put that in jambalaya, right? So you're live. Thanks. I need another post in there. Hold on. I can't see the most recent post. So you're live. Sean Williams community post. Oh, thank you, Sean, for sharing. I didn't see Sean. Where's Sean? He didn't come in. Life is good. Oh, I can't do it anymore. I can't put it on the screen anymore. I don't have control of that. We're directly on YouTube. I don't think I can. Let me know if I can, because I haven't. Oh, that's where the stats are. Oh, so it's better that way. I can see 10 million people in the house. It's a good start, I guess. 50, what does that say? Oh, a $5 super chat and 10 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to be like grateful. I'm hearing that I don't appear to come across as being grateful. Well, that's why I do the Gcash, not to watch a video, but to just come in the live and play. Obviously I benefit, I get more viewers, but it doesn't, live stream don't translate to dollars outside of the super chats. I never talked about that before because I was figuring it out. I was trying to figure it out. And someone came about a year ago, more than a year ago now, someone came in the live stream and said, live streams don't pay. And I thought, well, I'm making money, a little bit. Since then, it's about the same, but I'm not asking for people to subscribe. It's not on subscriber only mode. I don't think it is. But if you're enjoying the show, guys, please subscribe if you haven't already. Jack Hahn, subscribe if you will. So it's funny without the headset. I'm like, something seems like it's missing, Norma, without the headset. And there's no singing. There will be no singing because I can't fill the room with music and stuff like that. So there won't be any singing. Oh, 10 people just left. Norma said, no, 10 people just came in. They're glad that you're not singing. Most people don't watch YouTube for music. They want their favorite artist recorded. They want the album edit or the radio edit. They don't, or they want to go to a live show. And they don't want to hear somebody else doing it. It's not good enough. That's why I don't understand. I know why they're copywriting when you sing it or when you play it on guitar. They're copywriting it because they have the power to do so. That's why they're doing that. It doesn't. If you're doing live streams and you're singing karaoke and they copyright it and say not monetized, you know, this video is not monetized. You stay monetized, but your video is not monetized, which means the entire live stream. So if you sing a song 2 hours after you start, you know, and you sing like 2 songs, and they say the whole live stream is demonetized because you sang somebody else's song. Because that's part of the New World Order. It's been going on for 50 years, but that's when they started. Rule the world is a long-term plan, and it's a lot more powerful now. It's the banks and the pharmaceuticals, the big drugs, the prescription pharmaceutical companies such as Pfizer, Moderna, all those companies, the centralized banks, and the conglomerates invested in by BlackRock and the World Economic Forum. They're running our lives, and they're not apologizing for it. They basically tell the governments what to do, and it's pretty scary. It's pretty scary how people don't understand that. So I haven't done a live stream since January 1. Oh, no, it was the morning of the 1st. It wasn't New Year's Eve. I'm starting to forget how easily we forget. Let me shut that off. I just bought a 3 terabyte backup drive. And last year I bought a 1 terabyte, and it's full already. So if you get a lot of videos, you'll fill it up quickly. I think I started doing that in June, but I put all my old, everything old that I had, I put it on there, so it's all there. Now, I believe everything that I've ever had is there. Everything that I didn't lose should be there, so on the old one, and then now I got the new one. So those things are awesome, as long as it keeps working. It's got a 1-year warranty for defects, but it's I don't know how long it's going to last, but, you know, what are you going to do? I would rather not have the cloud. When you do that, when Comcast, there was a company called Comcast, and when, in the years before, right before Facebook, in those days, they gave us some digital space and said you can keep all your photographs here. There's tons of space. You'll never run out of space. Might have been 10, I don't know how many gigabytes, 100 or whatever, which really isn't a lot. 100 gigabytes is not a lot of space. But at one point, they just erased it, and then it just stopped and disappeared, and then it was no longer available and gone. And I thought, well, that ain't fair. I had a subscription to something, and then suddenly, you know, like within a year or maybe 2 years, it was gone. It's like, and there weren't. There's that cough. I need a water. There weren't that many. I just thought of 2 things at the same time, and then I coughed, and then I lost train of thought. There wasn't really that much on there, so, but for whatever it was worth, photographs don't take up a lot of space, and they weren't, you know, it wasn't 4K. I don't know if it was 1K or 750 or what it was, whatever it was, but those were my photographs. Like the old Polaroids weren't 35 millimeter, but that's what you had, and so it was something. And how we wish we had some of those old Polaroids back, right? So you would probably love it to death if you had some Polaroids from the 70s that you forgot about. Like you never took Polaroids. A lot of times we took Polaroids, and back then they were expensive because we didn't have much money. So you took them, and then eventually you lost them. They disappeared, or they got damaged, or whatever. It's like, oh, we'll throw it away, and maybe you saved one. You know, maybe one got through, but so we don't have. But now they overdo it now. They overdo it with especially if they have kids and dogs, and it's like, do I need an update on my daughter's kids every single day? It's like, you know, Juliana did a backflip, and then she said this, and it's like, it's all there. It's like, we're oversaturated with it now. So it's one or the other. You got nothing, or you're oversaturated. So that's how I look at it. So at some point you say, okay, I know what you look like. Now, kids change, so that's a good thing, I guess. You know, in 2 years, kids change a little. So she's older, and she talks more, and she's got more advanced interests now. So, but let your kids be kids. Don't just control every second of your kids' lives. You don't know. I suppose if they take an interest, it's good. But if they're fighting you and pushing back, I don't want to do that, then don't force them to do it. That reminds me of the story of, I forget the girl's name, but I remember the story. And I might remember her name. It was the early 80s. It was the very beginning of, it might have been 82. It could have been 81 or 82 or 83, somewhere around there. And she was 6 when she disappeared, I think, maybe 6 or 8 years old. And her mother had her in, I don't know if it was gymnastics or something like that. Or what's the other one? I'm not too much into girls' sports, but it was cheerleading or gymnastics or something like that. And she ended up dead. Or missing, and then presumed dead, I guess, I don't know. And it was a big story for years. No one could figure it out. So, and I wasn't paying full attention to it. That's why I'm a little hazy on it. But that's what that reminds me of. When if you push your kids too hard, the kid pushes back, and she maybe doesn't like it. And you say, but she's great at it. They love her. All whenever you take pictures of kids and they're performing and stuff like that, there's always going to be a lot of people that love it. But that doesn't mean that things are going well. For years we heard of child abductions, and then 90% of them or 60% of them or whatever the percentage is are never found. But now I don't hear about it. And now they're pushing back on, mainstream media is saying, this proves nothing, they're not guilty. So the super rich are the reason that this child, or the biggest reason, not the only reason, but the biggest reason that there are child abductions, because they're paying for it. And they're very slick. We think, I can't get rid of that, so, I don't want to do that. Okay, so that's as far as it goes. We think they're not doing it because that's what we're told. No, it can't be, it can't be Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was accused of sexual molestation in the 80s. That's 40 years ago. The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. We never went a decade without it. Hello, Celine Ruby. Mega love shout out. Did I miss anybody? Danielle Berry, life is good. Life is good, John. I can't present you can see the chats there, so I can't highlight any of them. But life is, Danielle Berry Sports Highlights, Michelle Ann Paiso, Jack's Vlogs. Jack's here, howdy Jack. Now, Oh, he just got here. Okay, so M and J, Marty and Jamie. That used to be Marty and Jamie. I guess it's still, they shortened it. M and J. Are you searchable with M and J? That's the issue. If you're not searchable, then don't do it. Because you're not on YouTube to hide. You want to be searchable, right? Why would you be here to hide? I'm looking at the thumbs up and I'm thinking that's the number of people here. So thanks for hanging out, guys. If you're enjoying the show, don't forget that thumbs up. That tells YouTube that people like to watch me and wish to be notified again. Have you ever noticed you watch 2 videos that are similar and then you start getting all those types of videos? That's why I don't like to do thumbs up on goofball stuff that I really don't care about. Well, I want to support him. He's new, but I really don't care about that video. Because if I start clicking likes there, then I get all weird stuff that I don't really like. Good morning, Celine Ruby. They just let undocumented kids across the Mexican. Let's talk about that. Across the Mexican border, so they are not looked for. No, there's millions of kids missing in the U.S. and nobody's looking for them because they're telling us that it ain't true. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? I saw a video. It was a YouTube video, but it was much like mainstream media. He was pretty much a television personality. Probably had that type of gig for a while and then decided to go solo or maybe double down and do solo. I don't like the way I'm sitting, but I hope I look relaxed, guys. Warren RCG is here. Thanks for stopping in. Leah Angela Macalino. Good morning, Leah. Leah's a good friend of ours, a good friend. Thank you for stopping by. So I believe that, and I have to say I believe because I don't have direct proof, that the super rich are the biggest reason for missing children. The super rich, the people that can pay somebody to shut somebody else up. That would be, now here's where I got to be careful that I don't want to talk, but it is a super large rumor that the Clintons are doing that. They're using the mafia and the CIA. Oh, it's not Bill Clinton. He's not doing that. He's a nice guy, and his wife is a sweetie pie. His wife is a sweetie pie. We know Secret Service people have told us that they treat their help badly. You can learn a lot from a person who, when they treat their help badly. I was going to move from Boston to San Diego and become divorced from my first wife. She was a narcissist. So little did I know, and I figured it out. I was going to go to San Diego and change careers, end my controller career, and just so I could have more of a free life, I guess. And I was on the phone with the guy, and he was very friendly. But he goes, hold on, I get somebody at the door. And he started screaming at them like they were trying to break into his house and like destroy something and steal money. And he came back and he goes, oh, those were the gardeners. And I went, oh, that's good to know. And we talked a little more, and then I hung up and I went, I can't be friends with him. He mistreats his help. I thought, he said that, well, I thought the way he was talking to them that they were intruders. And I was thinking, oh, he's not afraid of anybody. And then when he told me it was the help, I thought, that's no way to treat your help. I can't go there. And I thought, if I do, I'm screwed. So I never did that. But I did get divorced because my wife, he was a narcissist also. It was terrible. They're sweet to you because they need something from you. And I don't want to explain anything else about narcissists, but it's terrible. Terrible. It's terrible. Let's go back and look at the chatters, because I minimized that, because I love my San Francisco Bridge on the other side. I don't know if that's the inside or the outside. That I don't know. Where's my chat? I lost my chat. There it is. So, satanic Freemasons, yeah. There's millions of them. Many of them vote all of them vote Democrat. See, I knew of the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. But I didn't put it together with the big bank. Oh, here's what I was going to do. With the big banks, I want to open that document. This document is handwritten in 1967, and by then they were talking about old stuff. The order and the group. The order of the Illuminati, it's from the 1700s. The first thing on this paper is Rule the World, written in 1967. It's handwritten. So it's for them, it's not for the public. This is not public. And a lot of people know about it, but Rule the World, Order of the Illuminati. Now that's on the edge, and it has a date, I believe that's in the 1700s. And then off to the right, House of Rothschild. They're the first name. The Rockefellers don't come in for a little while. But they're big, so they're in a big circle. Everything else is a smaller circle or a square. And there's two triangles. The Order, Chapter 322, Skull and Bones. I don't know if that's 17 or 19. It's handwritten and it's small, and it's not 4K, so it's either 1933, 1833, or 1733. But anyway, that's a long time ago. Even if it's 1933, it's a long time ago. Yale. It can't be 17. I don't think there was any Yale. So I'm going to say 1933 Yale, Chapter 322, Skull and Bones. The Order. These people do what they have to do to push forward the agenda of rule of the world, which is now headed by the WEF. So the Order of the Illuminati, I believe, is on the top center. I believe that is the Council of 13 comes next. Over to the right is House of Rothschild. So House of Rothschild doesn't directly deal with anybody else, but they directly deal with the group from Great Britain, Rhodes Milner Round Table, Oxford, 1790 or something like that. Small number, small. So that's all they deal with. So Rothschilds, they're not dealing with everybody. It's not like a corporation, public corporation today, where everybody answers to the CEO or the assistant director of everything. It's not like that. But so below the council, we're right in the center now. You get the group and the order, they're off one side or the other. And then below that, the Council of 13, and then directly below that, the Bilderbergers Council of 500. So somewhere between the Order of the Illuminati, Council of 13, the Bilderbergers, I think the WEF is right there. I think they're at the top. Klaus Schwab is at the head of that. But then you have BlackRock, Vanguard, and they're more recent, and State Street. So State Street's the head of the central banks and JP Morgan. And then Vanguard would be the head of all the big pharma. And then BlackRock would be the head of all the corporations that have to answer to them, because those three corporations invest in everybody. They're investing in everything. So you get the Bilderbergers, then you have the Atlantic Council. That's old. I don't know what they're doing now. And then below that, in a big circle, is the United Nations. They're part of it. So and you hear YouTube is a part of it too now. They're newer. They're not on this because they're newer. But they always point to the United Nations as if they have power and they're in control. All they are is ambassadors. And they're funded mostly by the United States. I don't know why we're doing that. We're doing this because the left has control of the power. And the Federal Reserve is in there too. They're actually above the United Nations, but smaller. World Bank is right in there. And then to the left, under the United States Council on Foreign Relations, and to the right, the Royal Institute for International Affairs. I don't know if that's 1919. So that's when World War I was going on. So the wars. Now, over under the House of Rockefeller, they have arrows pointing in one way or two ways. They get their hand on the mafia. The mafia has their hand on the CIA. And then the CIA points to the KGB and vice versa. Then over to the center, you got the Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union with the date 1918 or 1913, right around World War I. Then you have then you go back over to Europe. So there's a lot more and smaller. It's arrows and lines. It's a reporting structure, or not reporting. I think it's showing the lines where the money goes. Money is going in or out of all these groups. When they do a stimulus package in the U.S., many of these groups get money. Like especially the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, the Institute for Policy Studies, the United World Federalists, they all get money. They all get money. When I enlarge it, it's not in 4K, so it's hard to enlarge it too far. Oh, the Harris poll, the Gallup poll, and the Roper poll. I remember the Roper poll. Those are telling you who's in the lead in politics. So that's BS. I don't hear too much about that anymore, but I'm in the Philippines, so. But I do get the news I get the unfiltered news out of the US. There's no doubt. Don't tell me that I'm not getting news, because if you're watching TV, you're not getting news. The Bohemian Club is here too. They're just receiving money, so they're doing secret stuff. And the word democracy is all over the place here. So everyone thinks democracy is what they want. We're in danger of losing our democracy. He's going to destroy our democracy. That's a code word for communism. And shut up and do what you're told. That's what that is. That's what democracy is. Right, Sean Williams, Clarence Malait. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you. Sean Williams is here, guys. Awesome. Sean, what took you so long? Thank you for sharing the live stream. It's awesome. Thank you. Clarence Malait, you got a jacket. Thank you. So I can't highlight anything. I'm direct on YouTube. I went live on YouTube, so just to see what happens, guys. I wanted to talk about the NFL, and I started talking about the New World Order because it's very real, and it's really affecting us, guys. If there's something ticking you off, especially about your bank, everybody has bank issues, right? If you have any money, you have banking issues. Excuse me, sorry about that. I can't mute that. I don't have any mute buttons or anything. There's no sound card, there's no volume knobs, nothing. So, Clarence, I'm presuming that I got everything. Clarence Malait, did I say that right? Malait or Malait? Putt King is here. I think Hillary Clinton said if Trump doesn't accept the results. Wait a minute. I don't know why they still have that in the way. All right. I think Hillary Clinton said if Trump didn't accept the results of the 2016 election, that was a democracy on our country. Well, that makes no sense, Putt. There's something that you said wrong there. Trump should accept the results of the 2016 election because that's the year Trump won. No, there's legalities that haven't been resolved. But by now it's too late, but they just want to make it clear. They want it to be known that things happen that shouldn't have happened. So if there's legal issues, they should never let it go. Because what we're doing now is everyone's saying that everything is a lie. And that's not true. There is truth and everything else is untrue. The truth is not in you. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have the wisdom to discern the truth and everything else. Because what they do, I gotta make a post. Malait is correct. Okay, Clarence Malait, I'm learning a vowel ends or begins a syllable in Filipino. So if there's two vowels together, that's two syllables. Like N-O-O-N would say noon, not noon, it would say noon. So, no, you're talking about the 2020 election, putt. I can't put anything up. I'm direct on. I don't have streaming software, no sound card, nothing. I'm just live on YouTube, on phone. I got the phone up high on the clipper, and I got a microphone here. So, I'm just trying to see how this goes. Yes, that's true. Everyone. That was during the 2016 of the third debate. At that time, everyone thought Hillary was going to win. I liked it when she said to him, my opponent takes every tax break he can find, and that ain't right. Or something like that. And he said, well, or it ain't legal, or he doesn't pay his taxes. And he goes, well, I take tax breaks. I take tax breaks because she was in office. She was in the cabinet under. She was Barack Obama's vice president, and then she was the Secretary of State. I'm sorry, I'm starting to forget about that. She was the Secretary of State, so she was in the cabinet under Barack Obama. And she said he doesn't pay his taxes, and he takes breaks whenever he can. And she wanted people to think that it was a bad thing. And he goes, well, you're damn right, or darn tootin', I take every tax break possible because I know that her friends do it too. He said, if you think that ain't right, then change the tax code. His taxes have all been reported to the IRS, and they use the IRS to get in his way during the election. That's true also. So, and it's illegal. It's true and it's illegal. The president is not allowed to do that, but they did it and they got away with it because they own too much of the government. They own the media. They actually literally own the media. And people think, oh, you got to watch more TV news. They all can't be hiding something. Well, they all are hiding something. The news isn't truthful because they're all invested in by the companies that are in the WEF, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, and a lot of others too. The others are controlled by BlackRock, which tells companies, you got to do this and that, or else we're going to see to it that you don't survive. And that's legal because they have a money investment. Gracious Grace is here. Awesome. Good to see you, Grace. Yes, ma'am. What do you got? She's got the lemon water tea. I've been chugging this down. It ain't working, Norma. But it tastes good, so that's why I'm drinking it. I got some inflammation and a cough. So that will help. Oh, that feels good going down. Lemon water. We got, I don't even know what this is. But we got a ton of those. There's like at least 10 of them in there, and we got some lemon. I can't. It's too hot. I can't touch that. But it's just hot enough that I can drink it, but I don't want to put my fingers in there. So you're on the right track, Putt. You just you know, yeah, it's dastardly. What I think lower IQ people, which there are a lot of, they're in favor of the Democrats because they don't know what's going on. They can't even understand what I'm talking about. You know, maybe if I simple it down, you know, that's why it's hard to talk about this, because if it goes over everyone's head, they won't. It'll just sound like and like, oh, he's stupid. Get out of here. He's stupid. So that's why you don't want to do that. So what I do want to do is say we're all in this together. It's a big club and we ain't in it. George Carlin said that a long time ago. I don't know if it was the 80s or the 90s, maybe the 90s, maybe the 2000s. But he said it over and over. If you see a comedian, if you see a comedian over the years, you know, from the 90s to the 2000s, a lot of their act stays the same, and then they tweak things, and then some things change and some things stay. The things that stay in there are the best things. So that's how you know. So it's a big club and we ain't in it, which means we're all in this together. We're being controlled and we're being lied to. Now, it's all around the world. They're trying to take over the world. If they go cashless, they've almost got you. They have almost got you if they go cashless. That's what they want to do. They want to get rid of Bitcoin. If they can't buy Bitcoin and make it their own, they don't want it. They will try to make it worthless. I'm not saying they'll succeed. Leone Ariola is here, guys. Leone says, have a good day. Hope an awesome day. I hope your day is great. Hope your day goes well. God bless. Thank you, Leone Ariola. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so it's funny. The New World Order it's a real thing, guys, and we're most people are missing it. They just think, oh, Trump's just a rotten bad guy. It's like you're not informed. Trump is in World War II. I just want to. I don't know if anybody knows civics in the U.S. I think everyone is very dumbed down. That's why pot is legal, and you know, sex changes are the talk of the big talk. But that's a distraction. In World War II, President Abraham Lincoln was president. I'm sorry, in the Civil War. Why did I say World War II? In the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln was president in 1862, I think, right around there. So 160 years ago. So they said one of his big generals was Ulysses S. Grant. He's the picture on the $50 bill. He's on the $50 bill for a reason. He was the Donald Trump back then. Now, he did become president, but before he was president, nobody thought of him as being president. They told Lincoln, you need to get rid of him because he's a drunk. Now, Donald Trump says, I never had a drink in my life. I never drank, I never smoked. And everyone thinks that ain't true because they drink and smoke. But it is true, because I challenge you and Trump challenges you to prove otherwise. He's never had a drink of alcohol and he's never smoked anything. That's true. Because if it weren't true, it would be bulletin news. Everything they've said about him is a lie. So that's what they're doing to him is part of the reason he's got that personality. They go after billionaires that are not in the club. He's not in the club. So they said, get rid of Ulysses Grant. He's a drunk and he's a bad guy. And Abraham Lincoln said, no, he's a fighter and we need fighters. He's my best fighter. and he became president after that. So you can say what you want. This knowing too much, when if you don't have enough discernment in your head, too much information can just, you won't be able to process it, and you can't decide what's right and wrong from that. I don't know what to say. It takes a lot, so that's why I'm trying to, I have to back up and say, we're all in this together. There's a big club, I just talked about it a few minutes ago, Roll the World. That, I didn't shut that, where did I put that? Oh, it's right there, okay. Rule the World, the Order of the Illuminati. Now, it was written in '67, so I think in the square that says Order of the Illuminati, now that it would probably be the WEF, the World Economic Forum. That's probably what that would be. And then maybe some slight changes, but a lot of these things are still in place. The Mafia is still there. The CIA is still there. The KGB is still there. The Socialist Party is still there. MI5 is probably still there. I don't know much on the European side. The Bilderbergers Council of 500, that goes back years. 1957, I think. I'm pretty sure. If that's 1857, I'm not sure because it is handwritten. But this is really what gets me. The Harris poll, the Gallup poll, and the Roper poll. Are they lying to you? I think they were always lying. The Council on Foreign Relations, but now in the middle, below the Atlantic Council, I don't know who that is, you get the Federal Reserve, World Bank, World Court, IMF, and then the United Nations. Now there's still a pretty big circle here. No, all my life, they had no real power. They were just a suggestive group. They were a group of ambassadors, really, is what they were. Like, let's please think about this and think about that, and let's make that better. They were that kind of an organization. But now YouTube comes right out, and if you mention certain things, which is probably why I only have 10 watching, they'll kind of flag you and say, he's saying things that we don't agree with. You need to agree with the United Nations, or the CDC, or the World Health Organization. Don't get me started on that. They're a part of this. The WHO is in here. Where are they? The World Council on Churches, they're here too. Those are the fake religions, the fake Christianity and all that crap. Where is the World Health? Oh, there they are. They're actually on the U.S. side, but they're not a United States entity. But for some reason they have them on. But they're right off the United Nations. So, and now the Democrats, they want the WHO and the United Nations. They want to give them power and enter in on a contract. A deal. They want to enter in on deals. Why? You won't, there's nothing in it for me. This whole idea that the WEF is trying to make a better world, that is so not true. So not true. That's the last thing they want to, and the wildfires there was nothing wild about the wildfires. That was all fixed. The fires are all set. Set fires. Right, Two Beers? Seriously though, put a heaping teaspoon of honey in with the I don't want any sugar. Nana Ava TV, good morning Nana Ava. Let's get Alex Jones on the panel. Hey, Alex Jones. The more truth you speak, the more they get rid of you. Like, I'm watching a channel, he's got 860 something thousand or 834,000, approximately 850,000 subscribers. And he's starting to do live streams like, I'm demonetized, but I have to stay on YouTube because I have sponsors. Well, so he had enough views so that he was making money on YouTube. But you can't do that with 12,000 subscribers. You need 834,000. And you need to remind people to click that thumbs up and stuff like that. So he wasn't speaking in favor of this, so they demonetized him, and it's not just him. And also unsubscribed. He unsubscribed both of us to his channel. I mean, YouTube unsubscribed both of us to his channel. And then they did it to me 2 times. I'm not sure. So, and they've done that to me with several, so I could imagine that I'm unsubscribed to a lot of people. That doesn't explain Darren Dobson, though, because he's just fishing for subscribers and not saying anything. When I said stuff like this, he would go, wah, 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 wah. He would actually do that like a little baby, like a 5-year-old. Ah, don't say that. Ah. Because he lives in Canada and all he gets is television news, basically the CBC, and the government is paying them to not say things. So that's not freedom. That's not what freedom looks like, guys. The Philippines is next, and I don't want to get into the Philippines, and I'm hoping, I can only hope, I can't tell them anything, but I can only hope that they see it. They have their own issues, but I would rather have local issues than this. But we do get the CNN broadcast, and so I'm a little bit skeptical of that. The Manila News is like the New York Times and the Boston Globe. They're left wing. But they think they're for the people because they don't see it. If you don't see something as truth, you might not have the wisdom to figure it out. So it's not how smart you are. The smartest people are trying to take over. It doesn't mean they know everything. Like, Bill Gates is not a doctor, but he's telling everybody to take the jab. And like, he's gonna save you and make a better world and stop eating meat. He's invested in 2 companies that make artificial meat, or whatever you want to call it. It's vegan, I guess. No, I'm not sure if it's vegan. It's lab-grown meat, I guess. So the last time I checked, I need another post there, hold on. Takes a few seconds to do that. The last time I checked, he's around 8K. He's getting up there. No, Darren's over 12K, so he's buying fake subs. He's getting up there somehow. Not, but he's ahead of me. I'm 12, but he was 12 first, so I look at him about every month or 2. He doesn't have the views, is how I know. So, and live streams, you could get anywhere from 200 to 400 views, and so he somehow got the drift that if I do a grand live stream, I'll get 500 views. So a grand live stream means you're probably going to be live for more hours, which doesn't make money. If you have karaoke, that's not going to be any good. Everybody will leave. Oops, sorry, started to relax too much. He's boosting his channel. You can't, like, videos, you can stay live and chat for 5 minutes after a video. If you have 50 pesos is about 94, 95 cents. Currently it's 94 cents. So that's less than a US dollar. It's about a Canadian dollar, I guess. It's not a lot of money. So he says, I'll pay $1 to watch a video for, so what are 2 people gonna watch an extra 5 minutes? The videos are like between 1 and 3 minutes, right? They're not too long. So boosting your channel doesn't help you. All that tells me is that you want to look good. But if you don't have the views, it does you no good. I know a lot of people, they're never going to have a channel that's making money. You're not, if you don't have editors and producers and co-hosts and other people, production people helping you, at least 1, maybe 2, you're not gonna really do much. So I do this alone. Norma's here, but Norma does her own channel. She's doing her YouTube channel. She's got the 1,000 subs, but there's no watch hours because she's not, there actually is watch hours, but it's not enough. So she's not fully into YouTube as much as Reels, which I don't like. I don't like Reels because I don't like Meta. You can't pay $1 to watch a video, a not very long video every day, and then make it a premiere. That gets old. It like what that does. It reveals the truth. Yeah, look presentable. You know, you got to do something. He's doing something, but my you got to make videos. You got to find out what people like. You can only go far. So he's doing the Marty thing, the Marty and I don't know, the food guys. I don't know how far he can go with that because he needs other people. Now, if they're doing lives and he's reviewing them all the time, you can go so far with that. But you know, when I travel, I stay at good hotels and I fly, you know, in a good seat on the airplane, all that stuff. But you only can make videos when you're traveling and on a plane. So that's limited. There's an end to that. You can't just expect to do that unless you're traveling every day. I don't know. I can't like adjust. It's not the same here doing this. Everything shows. So you need videos, and you got to find out what you're going to get views for. As soon as I changed the subject, the view count went up. So YouTube doesn't like talking about that because they're on the side of it and I'm not. So, and I have good reasons for it. It's not good. That's the big lie. So, but I'll get off that for now. We already covered that. A high subscriber count and a low view count and low video, that's not going to work. The algorithm already knows that. The algorithm, there's settings that I'm told there's 7 settings, you know, and every once in a while they'll change something. But basically it's 7 settings, and the algorithms are trying to find an audience. But for the channels that are going against the politics of YouTube, they're gonna flag you and then say, okay, too many people are liking this, so we're gonna demonetize you and tell you that too many people don't like this. So what? If they're watching it, I want to be monetized, but you can't argue with them because they don't let you argue. He does make premieres like every other day. Expected to make his channel look presentable. You need views. You can't have 100 views on a video. That won't pay you. You need 1,000 will pay you, I think, $1. I don't know the exact payout, but on the regular, that's on the shorts. On the regular, which is why I do a lot of shorts. So a good short will pay you a little bit, but you need more good shorts to make money because you need a lot of shorts for it to add up. But you know, if you get 800,000 views on a 5 or 10 minute video and they're watching 40% of it, you can make a little money. A little money. If you get, like the good channels are getting 1 million views a month. So there's a little payout for that. But there's 10 types of videos you can do that will bring in sponsors that pay more. If you do anything else, like if you do a top 10 or a review, you'll get sponsors that pay less. If you do, and I'm not looking at that, I wish I had that up, but I didn't have that ready. So, but there's 10 types of videos you can do. If they get a lot of views, you'll get sponsors that pay more per view. So, and it can be anywhere from $10 to $30. But you have to make those types of videos. And I'll tell you right now, it's not easy. Now, you do stories. Stories is a good topic. It's not in the top 10, but it's still a good topic. But you need to change the way you do it. You need editing and you need writing. You got to write that out and stop. And I know this sounds harsh, but your channel will improve. You'll get more viewers if you do it, because there are people with storytelling that get 10 million views. So you should at least be able to get a chunk of that. But you can't do it 8 minutes long. Your videos aren't ready for that. Your videos are ready for a 4-minute max, 3:59 max story. But it's gotta smack in the first 30 seconds. Then what you do is you give them the meat and potatoes in the first 30 seconds, and then you say, let me tell you how this started, and then you go backwards, and then you develop it quickly back to the meat and potatoes, and then you have to resolve it after that. You must do that to have a good story. You must do that. So it's easier for me to say it than do it. I'm not doing stories like that. And I'm guessing you're 30 or 28. You don't want to come right out and say a girl from high school, because that means you're going back like 12, 13 years in your memory. You can still use that if you don't tell them it's from my long-term memory. Don't tell them that. There's some things you don't say because it's not interesting. It just makes them think, oh, he's crazy. You don't want that. So, 37. Okay, so, but now you can't just go from, my backup froze, why? You can't just go from what you're doing, the 8-9 minute story, to the perfect story. You got to improve it incrementally, step by step. So you got to write your story down, and don't repeat. What you want to do is you want to find the punch of the story, the part that makes it interesting. Like, I don't want to miss this, and put it in the beginning. Let me tell you about the time where a girl jumped out the 3rd story window. Stuff like that. And then you go back, let me tell you how this begins. And, we were going for a walk and then you tell the story quickly, but then you have to resolve it. She fell in a pile of hay. It has to resolve that way. So that's what you do. Now, I can't really help you with any video because that's up to you. Greetings from Bolivia. God bless you. Naxus. That's all I can say. Naczus. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. All right, 18 million people in the house. It's good. As soon as I stop talking about the New World Order, they change, so that's okay. It doesn't mean YouTube isn't all bad. It's the biggest platform, so that's why I'm here. There are good reasons I'm here. Thank you for smashing that thumbs up button, guys. I really like that. The likes are good. It's a good thing. I can see how many people are here concurrently, but I don't know the total for the live stream, so we'll see that when it's over. It starts off low and then it moves up. They're trying to get rid of playbacks, which means you came in twice. 38 in February. Well, it's nice to be young. Now, people say, you look so young all my life. You look so young. Like when I was 30, they were asking me for my ID to get a glass of wine. And I'm like, and so one girl asked me that, and this is back in the 80s, and I said, how old are you? She goes, I'm 21. And I said, oh, do I look younger than you? No, you look a little older than me. I said, so why are you asking me for my ID? She goes, oh, you have a point there. And she never asked me for my ID. I mean, she didn't make me show her the ID, and she gave me my wine. Those are the things you got to say to people. And then some people are like, no, I got to check anyway. The law in my state, well, at that time, was that if you're selling alcohol, you must know your customers. That's the law. That's the law, not you must. Well, I'm told that I have to check your ID if you look under 40. No. Or 30, whatever it is. No, that's not the law. The law is you must know your customer. That's why you ask for an ID, so you'll know your customer. That's all you have to say to people. I gotta know who my customers are. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's better than, for whatever reason, people don't just want to pull out their ID because they look 20 or 19. Now, when you're 60, you don't mind looking 19. Oh, thank you. I know an old friend of mine he said, whenever I see an older woman, and I know she's got her hair colored, to hide the gray, he goes, I'll ask if she orders a drink, even if it's just a glass of wine, I will ask for her ID. And they almost always thank me. He goes, yeah, you look kind of young, don't worry. You're very pretty, whether they are or not. Oh, the kid. Oh, did you see the cat? If she's not in heat, I don't always notice where she is. Eden, thanks for coming in. You should have a jacket by now. M and J, yep. Typing the J, I don't know if that still works. Does that? Yeah, Nightbot still works. Please connect with M and J. He's a good guy. I connect with people, but I'm watching I'm watching psychology videos and stuff like that, and people that are talking about society. I hated social studies when I was a kid. I had good marks because I got good marks in everything, but I didn't really like they're telling us what to know. I didn't like that. Yeah, the law is that you got to know your customer. If you're selling alcohol, you should know your customer. That's the law. And the other law is you need to be 21, not 30. So that's why they do that. Yeah, they can tell you what to do. That doesn't make it the law. That's not the law. I had an argument with a cop once, and I don't like doing this, but because it doesn't get you anywhere. I had I needed to get my sleep. It was after 11:30, and I needed to get up early and go to an interview in the morning because I was on the job hunt, and I was very upset because he was banging and kicking on my door. And he was off duty, but he was still wearing his motorcycle uniform. He was a friend of my neighbor, and don't ever get in an argument with a cop over signs on a fence. Even if it's your fence, you won't win the argument. So we didn't break the signs. We just took them off the fence and put them, and we just laid them next to the fence. That's all we did. Oh, and he brought a cop at night. So my wife called the police, and she goes, "Who is that?" And they said, "I don't know." They said they don't know who he is. And she goes, "Well, whoever he is, he's a jerk." Because he didn't tell them he was there. They didn't send him. A private citizen called him up and said, "Can you come over and scare these people?" So I was standing there going, "That ain't the law. That's not the law. That's not the law." I just kept saying that. It's like, no, it's not. That's not the law. And then that was the end of that. I just said, "You know what? What are you here for? I need to go to sleep." And then I went back in the house, but I was so upset I didn't get to sleep right away. Right, Steve Enlow? Right, Steve Enlow? Yeah, I'm a controller. I'm in the hotel business, so we kind of get involved in all that stuff. There's government mandated training, and there's different types. I don't know if I may have thrown that out, but I had 2 separate cards for that, and so you got to know your customer. You're required to know who that is. So that's really the main reason you ask them. Now, the F&B manager might say, you got to ask everyone for their ID. They won't explain it to you because some people, they don't understand stuff. But yeah, you gotta know who they are. You can't just get somebody you never saw before. ID, please. Doesn't matter how old you are. I need to know you. I want to know who you are. I want to know who you are. I got to know who's in my establishment. If you're the bartender, you're probably the supervisor. Not always. Sometimes there's another supervisor on duty, but if it's smaller or at a quieter time, you might not have that. So I had to know, as controller, in charge of accounting and HR, I had to know all that stuff. All that stuff. It's funny how things you talk about bring in different audiences. That is unbelievable. They don't want to hear anyone talking about what they don't believe in. Yeah, that's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. Live chat. It just says live chat. So 17 watching now. Yep, that's live. But the thumbs up isn't live. Or is it? Yeah. What are you going to do? It's my first time doing this. I might keep doing this, but I as you all know, I like karaoke, so we might go on the widescreen again. But YouTube is set up for phone now. They're trying to keep up with TikTok and Facebook or Meta or whatever that is. And I didn't have anything to eat. Norma, did I eat anything? I can't even remember. My memory's shot. Whatever I have, it's killing my memory. I haven't been drinking. Mammoth fruit, the strongest myth. What? Wait. It could be interesting. Mammoth fruit, the strongest mythical fruit. I never heard of mammoth fruit. What are you talking about? Oh, it's mythical fruit. That's why. Okay. My address was Mammoth Road on Route 28 in New Hampshire, coming out of Lowell, Massachusetts. It's a big, long road. It's a very long road. Very, very, very long. One of the longest roads, but not the. People believe anything. That's kind of scary. Just when you think you know everything, it's time to realize that there's more to know. People, yeah, my brother said that once. I only know what I'm told. And that was true. You only know what you're told. So don't. Then he said there's two truths. And I thought, well, there's two different things that different people think are true. That's true. YouTube they put the exclamation point now in the video. They were putting disclaimers. I think they still do that. If you talk about COVID or global warming, they put a thing underneath it saying, check with the United Nations about all the information they have on global warming and all this stuff. It's all, but the people that are in charge of these things, they're idiots. John Kerry, the global warming czar of the WEF, I think, something like that, doesn't know ketchup. He doesn't know his own ketchup. He married into the Heinz family. He doesn't know Heinz ketchup from Hans ketchup. He's an idiot. The Heinz fortune. He doesn't own Heinz ketchup, but he married Mrs. Heinz, so they're connected to money. It's like King Charles is connected to him and the Rothschilds are connected to the most money, but he can't pull that out of his pocket. That ain't real. Oh, that kind of money is not real. That's just, I'm looking down there at the chat. I'm separated because if you saw this, I can't get that closer. It would probably be good if I did. So, Ducky's Collectibles, Mega Love shout out. Pooh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm a YouTuber. Mammoth Road, what else? What else you got for me? Thank you for coming in, and even a bigger thank you if you give me a thumbs up for the show. That's all I can say about that. We're looking for that. Thank you so much, guys. What's today? Today is Wednesday, January 10th. It's morning. It's 11:14 a.m. here in the Philippines. I'm I'm a little bit behind. Oh no, wrong camera. I'm not used to this. I gotta get used to that. So maybe there's the JA. Oh, we're doing a mirror image. I did not know that. I don't know if I can change that. I'll have to try to figure that out. Save highlight. No. Share mute. No, can't do that. All right. Those are so small. I don't know if I hit it. I got to do another sound check. Those are so small. I don't know if I hit it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Ducky's Collectibles. Thanks, Ducky. Thank you so much. Kenley, hello. Kenley's here. I can't. There's no mixing. There's no streaming service, so I don't have the on-screen. It's just the chat. There's no highlights for on-screen or no sound card or anything. Poo, poo, poo. What does poo mean? Are you saying poo because poo to me means poop, and that's not good. So what are you talking about? Anyway, thank you for the view, Kenley. Good to see you. How are you? I'm good. I'm in the Philippines. We're live here. It's morning time, January 10th, 11:15 a.m. I don't know why you're typing poo though. Maybe, and I can't stop talking about it because it's on screen. Can I hide the chat? That's the other thing. Can I hide the chat? All right, we can look ahead, but that's just a window. So nothing much to see out there besides a couple of palm trees or whatever. The fruit, I forget what kind of fruit that is. It's over just out of sight. Norma, I don't know if there's any more left. Papaya, I guess. I guess it's papaya. We have all kinds of fruit here. I said, Norma, don't eat all that fruit. It's too much sugar. Poo is great. Yeah, enough of the poo. Put a stop on that. The thumbs up is good, and all whatever, hearts, smiles, that's good, but don't keep typing poo in there. I don't like that. It's not good. We always get childish stuff like that sometimes. We gotta get him talking about something else. Do you have any children? I got grown children, Kenley. My kids are older, and they live in the U.S. Hold on. I can't get out of that heart that's in the way. All right, here we go. I got 3 grown adults in the U.S. They all have children, so but they're in the United States. I'm in the Philippines. I decided to come here and remarry, so that's that. Norma's around somewhere, but she's not on the show. She didn't want to be live today. It's skating day, but we didn't go to the rink. It's a long drive, that's why. It takes an hour to an hour and a half, usually an hour and a half to get there because of traffic. It's not that far, but it's so much traffic because we got to go into the city. We're just outside the city. Richard Lee Rogers, great to see you. Mega love shout out. Richard, thank you so much. Thanks for stopping in. Richard and I were on Big Kev on Saturday. So, what are you doing? The cat's here. The cat is here. There she is. She's still young. She's about a year old, I guess, give or take a few months. Maybe a little more than that. Maybe she's a cuddle bug. She just loves to be cuddled. But there's a limit. I'm live, and you're on the microphone. You're covering up the mic. What are you doing? Let go. Let go. She still doesn't know how to let go. You gotta go down, okay? Okay? Bye. Bye-bye. Don't come right back. Get lost. Honey, JJ Vlog. Awesome. No, it's just type J, guys, into the just type J in the chat and you can get your link if you want to do that, or wait. You got to wait for a jacket. All right. Is life hard living in the Philippines since you have to travel to the city to get? No, we don't. I have to travel into the city to go ice skating. There are 2 malls in the city, but it takes a long time to get there. One is Mall of Asia, the other one is Mega Mall. No, Mall of Asia is 3 levels, Mega Mall is 5 levels and 4 wings. So even though Mall of Asia is bigger, because they keep upgrading, and one upgrades, it's bigger. The other one upgrades, it's bigger. They're both in the top 5 in the world, I think, 5 or 6. So they both have skating rinks, but we gotta go. We usually go to Mega Mall and skate on level 5, in the fashion wing. So it's awesome. You can look down and see it. You can see all the levels. You can't see everything, but you can see what's in front. So and then on the bottom they have space for events, whatever they do. It depends on what they're doing. They can have shows or somebody talking or DJ or just put things there. At Christmas time in December they have a big tree, and it's a beautiful thing. It's like 50, it's like 50 feet tall. It's a beautiful thing. So it's not hard to live here. There's actually, the longer I'm here, the more I realize it's kind of easy to live here. No, I'm lucky because I met Norma, so we have a wonderful place. This is a fantastic place. It's built in 89 or 88 or 89. I think they started in 88 and they finished it in 89. So it's not too old. Every once in a while we got to fix stuff, that's normal. But it's built well. It's concrete and pretty much concrete and glass. So, so it's great. Whatever we need, we buy. We don't overbuy. We just, if we need, we eat a lot because we're feeding people. We have a housekeeper. Sometimes her kids come over and eat. Usually it's 1, but sometimes it's 2 or 3. But there's a large extended family, and sometimes we can have 10 or 20 over here every once in a while, not every day. But it's always warm. It's never cold here. Cold here is, if it goes down to, I gotta check something. If it goes down to 79, it feels cold because it's always so warm. Someone said, it's freezing in Thailand. It's freezing today. And I checked and it was like 80 or 81. And I'm like, that's not cold. Because they had it like 94, 95 for a long time. And then it drops down to 81 and it's like, it feels cool today. Oh, you saw that video too, huh? Richard Lee Rogers? Cats are amazing warriors against snakes. Well, Siamese cats, now she's a love bug. They love to be cuddled and stuff like that. But if they get confronted by a dog can just chew and swallow a small animal like that. But it's not going to happen with the cat, not like my cat, because what the dog does, the cats are quicker than snakes, and the snake will bite your face. Cats are quicker than snakes. And they have claws. She kills, every once in a while, a cockroach, they can walk under the door and get in. There's steps, so they have to climb the steps, and every like once a month, one will get in. And they're freaking big. I don't know why, it's always big ones, not the little ones. I don't know why. But I always find them dead in the center because she gets a hold of them and she does something to them. I don't know if she gets them with her claws or with her teeth, but she won't eat them. She'll just bite them or something, or tear them apart. She doesn't rip them to shreds. She just like claws them, and then for some reason they roll over. They always roll on their back, and then they're like, they'll wiggle for a while, and then they'll just die. So it's very weird. Watching from Bakersfield, California, about 100 miles from Bud Brown. He used to live in Dumaguete. Dumaguete, yeah, very well-known place here in the Philippines, in the Visayas, south of Cebu. I think it's on the next island over to the south, right? Right now we're live on. I'm using the face cam, so we're in 1K on. It's the iPhone 14. So, but we're using the face cam. So, I could turn it around, but this is my first time on this streaming on YouTube streaming service. We've done I've done about 300 live streams on as my own channel. Yeah, about 300. So I always used StreamYard. So this is the first direct to YouTube live stream. So but right now we're looking at the back camera for iPhone 14. So which is not the full HD. But I think it's better than the 750. It's better than the one. I'm not sure exactly. You know what? I need to have the desk in front of me so you guys don't see my pants. I got to figure this out. The first time I've done this way. So, Leah Hill's here. Good to see you, Leah. Good to see you. If you keep posting, I'll give you a jacket. But it's going to be good stuff. You can't just trash me and get a jacket. If you want to type JAY to advertise your channel, you can do that too, if you want. You're not required to do that. Some people like to do that. I don't think it helps you to get, if you're begging people to connect to you, that really means no one's watching your videos. So you gotta concentrate on videos. If you're honestly trying to grow, even though I'm monetized, making a slight amount of money, it's hard. It's really hard to get the super amount of views. Like there's several channels, I don't know how many, but there's several channels that I like that are talking about this New World Order and all that stuff. And they're getting demonetized by you because YouTube is on the side of the New World Order, which to me doesn't have the truth in them. So when I stop talking about that, they send out more notifications that I'm live, or they'll put me in the procession, or however that works. John's here. John and Richard's here. That's awesome. My wife wants to go to Ocean Beach Surf Pier fishing this weekend. My 8-year-old son loves the beach. Yeah, I think everyone loves water, whether they say they do or they don't. Everyone likes to look at water. That's why if your house has a view of any water, any view of water at all, the price will be more. Yeah, it has a water view. Awesome, I want to live there. And you go there and it's like, okay, I look out the second floor window in the back and it's like I can see a little bit of the river. I'm not moving in here. It's like, I don't care. That's not good, but that does happen. It's not always, but somebody has done that. I'm sure a few people are doing that. What a nice place. All right, so what else do I got? What else? He's doing good. I can't leave here. I just got my permanent immigrant visa finalized. I got the stamp on my, you can't read the stamp, but I like to show it anyway. No, you should never show the main page. I don't know why, but there's so many crooks out there. Most people are lying and stealing. It's kind of sad because it'll get you nowhere. People think, oh no, I get $50 million. the $50 million will get you nowhere. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the visa that got me in the country because there was a travel ban. It says visa right there. I still haven't figured out how to get rid of the mirror image. This is the new one. So the first one is the temporary. No, the first one is the probationary 1 year, and then the one below it is the final permanent. And it's right there. There's the signatures. There's a doorbell, honey. I don't know where you are. Are you there? Are you right there? What's today? Wednesday? It's water. It's water day. Too big. Too big is the word for water in the Philippines. It's J Mike. That's why you're wondering I'm putting the mic there, because it's J Mike. It's J Mike. Who is your little drummer? Yeah, you know, he's 8 years old, so my brother started playing. He wanted drums when he was 9 or 10, but he got a drum set when he was 10 or 11. And he ended up being a world-class drummer. But after he got married, he was married a few years, and then he decided he didn't want that to be in that scene, so he quit. He was always a good drummer, but he quit the scene. He didn't want to be in the scene where they were always drinking and fighting. It was the fights, I guess. If Peter Parker and Alan Dershowitz, I believe, is lying. You wouldn't be Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer, getting lots and lots of money, because he always had lots of money. So he's got the love of money, which tells me the truth is not in him. Alan Dershowitz is a liar. Now, that doesn't mean he lies about everything, but he's lying about he's lying about the situation. Now, I can't go into court and when they say, how do you know that, Jay? I don't. Here's how I know it. See, this doesn't prove it. That he's on the list the second most time, well, the most, 100 times. So you're not that close with somebody and you don't know what he's about. That's a lie. Now, Donald Trump cut ties with him the first time they met. Now, you can have, there's pictures at public parties, they're both there. You can do that 100 times. That's not the situation. The people that hate Trump, they don't have any information in their mind. They're simple-minded people. Roldan Bustilio, good afternoon. I'm watching from Cebu, Bajan, Kawasan Falls, Philippines. Awesome. I'd like to see a picture of that. Awesome. Yeah, Norma, as soon as I stopped talking about the New World Order, they put notifications for more people. Because they're in favor of it. I was revealing too much. But it's all true. Open link in new tab. I'm going to go over to Roldan Bustilio. Oh, you're just getting started, Roldan. You haven't had a video in over 30 days. What are you waiting for? I will subscribe to you, but you don't have any new videos. Why does it say 10,000 subscribers? You only have 300, 311. Yeah, it doesn't work to do that. You can ask people to subscribe. If you're just doing videos to say, please subscribe, it's not really going to work in the long run. Thank you, Richard. Congrats on thank you for that. It's not easy to do that. I've been here for over 2 years, right? And it seems like all we're doing is collecting paperwork to make sure that we get that right. But The easiest was the final one was the easiest, but it was, you still had to have all the paperwork, and it's hard to go a year and keep everything intact, because what happens is you got to go to a lawyer to do this, and you got to do that, and it all gets pulled out. You know, the notaries are saying, give me this, give me that, and you're pulling things out, and then the lawyer says, give us that, and then you go to the Bureau of Immigration, and they say, give us that, no, take that, and that's not, you know, and then, so they go back and forth, and then the next thing you know, everything's mixed up, or out of place. Right, BTW Tim Sweeney, awesome, can I drop a like? Yep. Hold on, Bustilio, you got a jacket now. Can you drop a like? Yeah, go over and like Tim Sweeney, guys. He's a good man, he's a good friend. So, click on that link and go over. Tim, I was saying earlier that to go over and like everybody's videos and stuff, so what happens is YouTube changes the notifications I get, and they give me other stuff. Like if you're a gamer, I start getting gaming. They'll give me notifications for games and stuff like that, and I'm getting tired of that because I ain't a gamer. So, but I'll give you a thumbs up. Do you like the new update? What is the new update? Oh, Fortnite. Fortnite is dog water. So I can't answer that, Tim, because one way or the other, grinding 100, it's just a different way to play. So if you want to play Fortnite, you got to like it, right? I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer, 86-14. So what happens is the people that don't play Fortnite, they'll say no. So if you are playing it, you'll say yes. So even though I don't play games, I'll say yes just to help you out. It won't make a difference because I already gave you a thumbs up. So Ashley, you have a jacket? Ashley Alodaga, thank you for coming in. Oh, no, you don't have a jacket. You do now. You'll see it in a second. What are those little monsters? What's going on? My wife, official PUBG gamer on Facebook. What's a PUBG? What's PUBG? My wife is doing, she'll do anything. It's always Facebook, though. Reels. I told her 100 times, I hate Facebook, I hate Meta. I don't like their idea. They said he's got property on Hawaii now, and he's building a bunker. Hawaii's on a fault line. They're going to be the first to go in the end. It's going to be, volcanoes are going to do us in, guys. The continents, we're going to burn. So comets and volcanoes are going to do us in. There's actually a volcano everywhere. If they all erupt, we're all going to burn. So take care of your business, guys. Aliza Makalana, hello, good evening, good afternoon, actually. It's afternoon here, and no, it's still 11:30 a.m. I'm getting ahead of myself. She gets free stuff from PUBG in the mall. She's a sniper in the game. So, is it useful stuff? Sometimes, I don't like to buy too many useless things, because then we just have stuff everywhere. I don't like that. For Christmas, in the month of December, that was the entire month of December, we didn't buy the top of the line, but we bought a good one. Refrigerator, pretty big. Table and chairs, I love that table, it's awesome. We got a great deal on it. They were selling it low, and it's very good. I can't even lift it up, that's how heavy it is. And we got a bed. We already had the mattress, the memory foam. We don't need a new mattress, just for starters. So, and then we wasted money on a comforter, and I'm like, I didn't want to, but we got a good price on it, $60 for a beautiful comforter. That was a good price, but I thought, why do we need that? Just to make the bed look good? We need pillowcases, but we got pillowcases with it. I hope the cotton's good enough, though. I don't like it when So I'm not sure. I don't know much about cotton. But if it's not good enough, then it won't feel good against your face. You need good cotton on a pillow because that's on your face 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours, however long you're going to sleep. Life is good. Life is good. I am. Anna not quitting. What are you not quitting? No, friend. Oh, no, friend. I am going to school later. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. What are you not quitting? I should say, what do you do? That's, you're not quitting. You look like you have a dark personality. So, I don't know why. Now, a lot of people on YouTube have a dark personality. Tim Sweeney, I'm rolling your, but it always stops because I don't have the sound on because I can't do that when I'm live. I can't, because if I'm listening to stuff that's distracting, plus it'll get picked up by the mic. Old age will get me. Well, you still have to make it right with the Lord, you know, to save yourself. Hi, everyone watching from Parañaque City in the city. That's part of Manila, right? Parañaque is in the metro, right? It's right on the edge. I think that's the last city. If you leave there to the south, you're out of the metro, right? Lilith Tate Channel. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. So, it's J Mike, guys, live. We've been live for 101 minutes. We're in hour number 2. And we still have a little bit of battery power. It's not plugged in, but the power is still there. We're good for now. We'll have enough. Parañaque, that's on the other side of the metro from me. So it'll take me a long while to get there. It'll take like 2 hours to get there. At this time of day, at least 2 hours. Wifey! Ang asawa ko. She can't hear me. No, amen. No. I gotta go to channel. Hold on. I gotta go see who Null is. Uh-oh. Is that your real name? Because that's a name that people get when they're changing their channel to hide from YouTube. You're near to the airport. Yeah, you're on the other side of, all the way to the south. So Taguig City, and what else is there? Pasay, and then Parañaque. Yeah, I've got some friends that live over there. I've got some. Yes, I'm in the Philippines. No, I'm in Rizal. I'm a little bit outside of the metro to the east, on the other side of Lake Laguna. So Laguna Resort is nearby, not too far away. Binangonan is here, and Angono and Taytay and Antipolo. I'm closer to Binangonan. So I like it out here. It's nice. It's quiet right here, but there's a lot of dogs and stuff like that. If we walk 3 blocks, we're on the main Manila East Road. That's a busy road. There's lots of traffic there. It is Filipino traffic. I specialize in jeepney videos. I've got almost 2,000 videos with over 3 million views. And I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to hit I still haven't reached the big views. I'm not sure why. I don't think the algorithm likes jeepneys, but they found me an audience, so I'm grateful for that. But we have to. I don't think the audience is on YouTube day and night. That's the other thing. And when they are, they're trying to do live streams. So, or they're in somebody else's live streams. They don't realize that. Live streams will give you some watch hours, but it won't make you any money. You don't make money that way. Live streams and subscribers don't get views. You gotta make a video that gets views. Now, if I go too long, I won't get enough views, so maybe I should cut it. I don't know. We're still seeing people coming in, so I want to see that. So I want to see how that works. Lilith Tate Channel, Binangonan, nice to stay there. Less noise and traffic, and fresh air. I like the air here. The air is fresh here. Now, if we're on just 3 blocks away, if we're on the main road, sometimes there's a little bit of bad air with the trucks, but that's going to be expected. It's not, I don't think there's bad air here. I think it's good air. Now, if you're in Parañaque, you might be able to smell that because there's just too much traffic because everybody goes to the airport. First thing I do when I wake up, I thank the Lord. Yeah, you got to have a relationship with the Lord. Binangonan, I like Binangonan. Now, we live in Angano, but Binangonan is like right next to us, so we get the traffic. The jeepneys, they write the routes. It's printed on the jeepneys, so a lot of them are Binangonan to Cainta, or Binangonan to Antipolo, or whatever, or Tanay to Taytay, or Tanay to Cainta. You see that on there. So the dust is back. Oh, are you getting the soot from the volcanoes? That could be it too. That's not it is what it is. It's the trade-off for having a better life. The Philippines is a better life than America. Now, if you're outside the city in America, you get a beautiful empty place with nothing. You get nothing there. Some people like that. But America is a tale of two places. It's the New World Order left, and then it's the freedom-loving right. But this is no criticism on them, but America is not as free as they think. They're brainwashed. When you go to another country, you go, oh, America doesn't do that. America's not like that. I did that. I didn't shout too much because I knew that I wasn't here to shout at anybody and tell them to be like Americans. So I kept it to myself. And then I started thinking, oh, wait a minute. It's not such a bad thing. Norma's old-fashioned, so she's not a kid. So someone said, Jay, you can pay bills online. Norma just doesn't want to do it. So I thought, oh, I'm stuck with that. But there's more of that here than in America, where people don't want to fully do everything online. That's not a bad thing because of this New World Order. But I can't get separated from my money, so I'm in trouble. There's trouble there. If you're relying on banks to get you your money, you get trouble. They charge you for everything. The banks charge you for everything. So I got a good deal where if I transfer from Bank of America to China Bank, there's no fee. So, but sometimes I need cash, and then there's a fee. There's a 5% fee. There's a flat fee, but there's a limit to the cash. So if you want more cash, you got to pay another flat fee, and then your bank has another charge for. So the fees do add up, but that's the price you pay. So I actually budget that, and I'm always ahead of that, as long as the exchange rate is above 50. Because if it goes below that, that means obviously it means I'm making less money. So, and I'll just readjust that to the cost of doing business in the Philippines, living here. Living here is doing business. Anytime you spend money, you're doing business. Thank you for subscribing, Lilitheth. Thank you so much. I would really mostly appreciate thumbs up though, but you can, subscribing is welcome too. That's awesome. It doesn't hurt to have more, because then you get notifications when I'm live. So I might go live on widescreen again. I wanted to see how this works. It's been 110 minutes. We're approaching 110 minutes. 13 million people still in the house. That's good. We're above 10. That's good. Now we've gone higher, but it's hard to sustain that. YouTube loves it when you're not talking about anything, but if I'm talking about something provocative, I'm not sure what they do. The algorithm is like, don't say that, It's very weird. If Elon gets a hold of YouTube, it's all over for the left. People are afraid of the truth. That's not the truth. Oh, wait a minute. The dust here is black. It might be soot from a volcano. Is the dust falling from the sky? That's what that would be. Tabat Destroyer is here. I'm looking at you. I didn't say anything yet, but Tabat Destroyer is here. To achieve world government, it is necessary to remove from the minds of men their individualism, loyalty to family traditions, national patriotism, and religious dogmas. Brock Adams said that. Really? I know that all to be true, but I didn't know that Brock Adams connected. What is Brock Adams to the United Nations? Because we know the UN is part of that left-wing rule the world idea. That's nothing new. Rule the world's been here since the 1700s. Now, some people say it's always been here. That could be true, but the idea that they can now do it from Rothschild was from the 1700s. Like, we can do it, we're going to keep it in the family, but we're going to do this. And obviously, his children, James Rothschild is old now, and he's the one now. You got James Rothschild, you got Larry Fink and Klaus Schwab and people like that. Mark Zuckerberg is helping them. Bill Clinton is helping them. All the people that screamed when Epstein's files came out, all the people that screamed and had something to say, they're all part of it. All the screamers, Oprah Winfrey, Hillary Clinton is squawking Bill Clinton. They're all screaming. Alan Dershowitz, he came right out and started doing videos. He's a part of it. No, I was just his lawyer. Yeah, that's what you say. If you're his lawyer and you didn't know anything, you're an idiot. And you're not an idiot. You're a smart guy. Which one is it? You're smart or you're an idiot? I'm going to ask a question. Is Alan Dershowitz smart or is he an idiot? Because if you're an idiot, then you know nothing. And that's not who you are. You're a smart guy, which means you're a liar. That's how you know. That's how you know they're lying. YouTube, the truth is not in you either. Algorithms, the truth. I don't know exactly all they're trying to do, but hold on, tarot. Is it tarot? Tarot Destroyer. Yeah, tarot cards are evil. I don't pay any attention to them. Someone went on, I can't remember if it was Tucker Carlson or one of those shows. It might have been Elon Musk, but she was a medium or a psychic, which they're evil. And she had tarot cards and they wanted to predict something for Donald Trump. And she goes, the death card. We know that they're probably going to have to kill him to get rid of him. Because they've indicted him like how many times? You can't count. They've tried everything and none of it works. They've gone to his property. They ransacked everything. They didn't find anything. You're not going to find anything because he's an honest man who's never had a drink. He looked in a camera one day a few years ago and said, if I ever had a drink, it would be on World News Tonight. Donald Trump had a drink back in 1986. That's what we would already have known. They've already checked. In 1912, the first International Congress of Eugenics was held in London. The president of the Congress was Leonard Darwin, son of Charles Darwin, and the vice president was Winston Churchill, later prime minister. That's fascinating. I can't put that up because I'm on YouTube. I'm directly on YouTube. I don't have a streaming service and I don't have a sound card. It's just the microphone here directly on YouTube. So, but Tarot Destroyer, that is amazing news. Not everybody knows that, but the first International Congress of Eugenics. The truth is not in them. That's what is fascinating. The truth is not in them. Guys, I'm going to take a couple of seconds to grab, I need water. Guys, we'll be live for a little while longer. I got to take this off. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just going to go right behind that wall right there. You can see where the fan is, the floor fan. The microphone. All right. Should be okay. Do another sound check. Check, check, 1, 2. I made a mistake. Check, check, 1, 2. I made a mistake. A little bit of a delay. It's okay. Okay, good. All right. In 1912, yeah, the rule the world plans go back to the 1700s. I started the show talking about that in the early moments, and we didn't have, the algorithm wasn't sending out notifications. So, but now there's 21 million people. Maybe we can talk about that again a little bit. We'll reply to what you're saying, Tarot Destroyer. That is, yeah. I'm hearing some bad things about Winston Churchill. It's from pollution. Yeah, it's a lot. Some of the dust is also from the volcanoes too, mostly from Taal. There's more than one volcano around Taal. So, they poisoned President Warren Harding in 1923. Was Harding the one who died in office? No autopsy was done. His wife spent the remaining year of her life burning his papers. No autopsy was done on her. The house in Daytona still stands. So they were robbed. They said I think he's the one they said died in office. I'm vague on that, but there was a president who died while president. It was Warren G. Harding. So how do you like that? I don't disagree with that, but there's no real evidence. It's rule the world. He was like Trump trying to stop them. And now you have all these idiots like, he's a stupid jerk. What's wrong with people voting for him? He's dangerous. It's like, get a life. Marty the dinosaur, Sigma, I can't see that. Hold on. I need another post. Oh, oops. Sigma face, please. Hold on. You got to be nice to get a jacket, guys. You're talking about a blue jacket, right? You don't have a channel, so you got to be extra nice without a channel to get a jacket. Marty. Tell me who you are, Marty. You don't have any content. So I'm hesitant to give jackets, because you don't really need a jacket to watch, guys. That's the only thing that does is allow you to search people here, go to channel. That's really all it's doing for you. And you can type JAY to drop your link, but we're not doing that right. We're not really doing the growing channels. I will tell you it doesn't help much. The strange death of... I never looked into his death because I didn't tie it to the Illuminati, but I knew, not long ago, I knew of the Illuminati, but and the Masons, the Freemasons, but I didn't really know what they were up to. But now I have this document here. Where is it? And we extensively talked about this earlier in the show about rule the world, order of the Illuminati. The first name here is House of Rothschild. And there's a Great Britain side and there's a United States side. Rule the world, order of the Illuminati, House of Rothschild, going down to the Council of 13. There's some stuff on the side, going down to the Bilderbergers Council of 500, then the Atlantic Council, the Federal Reserve, World Court, World Bank, United Nations. That's just the beginning, like here and here. And then on the side, you got the order and the group. The order being from Yale with the words, I think it's 1923, so 100 years ago. Skull and Bones, chapter 322. And then on the other side, the group. The Rhodes Milner Round Table, Oxford. So you have Yale and Oxford. They're behind all this. Now, they're going along with it. They're helping to develop people and graduate people who will help get in positions of leadership in high office to do what they're told and get this done, take power and run the world. This is a time-consuming plan. House of Rockefellers was next, and then the Council on Foreign Relations, etc. The Bohemian Club, the Mafia, the CIA, the KGB, the Socialist Party USA, the League for Industrial Democracy, the Royal Institute for International Affairs, the Council on Foreign Relations. On and on it goes. There's so much more. When the U.S. does I said it earlier. When they do a stimulus plan, they give money to these people, the United World Federalists and the Kennedy Center and the Institute for Policy Studies. They all get money, big money, and it's like it goes over like nothing. The Harris Poll, those old polling groups. I don't know if they're still in. Some of them are still in business. It's Harris Poll, Gallup Poll, and the Roper Poll. I think the Roper Poll is no longer, but when it's election time, they poll everybody, and then how's he polling? It's like, he's polling the way we want him to poll. Harding was Reagan's favorite president. I still listen to Reagan, the things he said, but I didn't hear that. So I don't know everything. The Harding House is on Magnolia Avenue in Daytona Beach. Hello, Damon Slayer fan. Awesome. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I'm a fan. Thank you. Hold on. All right. So let's look up. We still have a good audience here. I don't want to go too long. I've already gone too long, but it's fun. This is the first I've done this format, and I'm trying to see how it goes with viewers. So I'll sit back and think of maybe do another one, because it seems to be working. We'll see. Maybe if I go regular this way, it'll get better. Demon Slayer, but the algorithm doesn't like this subject, so I got to be careful. I got to figure out a different way to criticize it. I think maybe do that, because they'll say, "Oh no, nobody likes your show. Hey, we're going to demonetize you." Demon Slayer fan, thanks for stopping in. All right. Sometimes I repeat myself. Researched the death of Vice President Gus Hobart in 1899, followed 2 years later by the assassination of President Bill McKinley in 1901 to make way for McKinley's second Vice President, Teddy Roosevelt. Very interesting. Obviously, there's not as much news on those types of assassinations going back that far. It's hard for them because there's more media now. Media was a different thing, different animal back then. And it's too bad, but the murderers will take control. The murderers and the liars, murderers, and thieves will take control of everything. That's what they're doing. I call them beggars, liars, and thieves. But actually, beggars means murderer. If you hate somebody, no, hatred isn't in there either. So if you hate somebody, you're actually committing murder in your mind. So what they do is there's tons of money set aside in these groups from the government giving them money, and they hold it, and then they use it when they need to kill somebody. And dozens of people are now dead. in recent years. And now they're trying to say, you'll see all these videos, or mainstream TV will have an episode where this doesn't prove Bill Clinton's guilty. He's got the Clinton Foundation. He's helping people. John Lennon was hit with 2 calibers of bullets. That I did not know, but I was wondering recently why he was actually killed. I was thinking about that. It was actually yesterday. Why the heck was he killed? Why did someone just go, Mr. Lennon, can you turn around, please? Pow! And why would he have been, one to put somebody away from murder, and then the other one to actually make sure he's dead. So why put somebody away from murder? How do you get that done? How do you make that happen? There's still more questions about that. How do I, if I'm doing that, how do I make it happen? Maybe he wasn't dead and they killed him later. Like maybe an hour or two later. Oh, he ain't dead, let's put a 357 in him. Because I think in his younger days he wasn't godly, but I think he learned, I think he saw the truth, and then he was starting to call people out. If he wasn't the first, he's the only one I know of who talked against copyright law, saying once music is recorded and sold on physical album, it's out there for everyone to enjoy and share. He said that, and then soon after that he was dead. I believe that was true. He didn't like the idea of copyright law, because when I see that my live stream is demonetized, if I do we'll say I do 3-hour live streams, some of them are 4, and I talk for 2 hours and then I sing a few songs, a couple of songs. Sometimes I only sing 1 or 2 songs. Sometimes I sing 5. If there's a panel, we'll sing. But we always talk in the beginning, which is where most people are watching, in the beginning, where there's no music. But if we have some singing, karaoke, like further down the live stream, they'll put copyright on it and say your video is demonetized. Or they'll say you're sharing. But they kind of go back and forth. One day I'm sharing, next day I'm demonetized or whatever. So it's very strange. Now, if I think I would only get 2 cents or 4 cents for that live stream. So it's no big deal. But they'll demonetize me so that they can make 4 cents or 2 cents. That's how ridiculous this is. But they do it for power. Jimi Hendrix had red wine in both lungs. So says the autopsy doctor. Well, we knew he drank wine that night. Hendrix's girlfriend was accidentally asphyxiated in her car later at age 50. That I did not know. She was broke and started doing interviews. Accidentally asphyxiated. What does that mean, accidentally asphyxiated? She was doing interviews. But it never came out that, I got to think of the Hendrix case. I thought, I'm trying to think of what I thought about that, of the Hendrix case. Tarot Destroyer. So, someone suffocated her. So, well, if you regurgitate and you're still breathing, you'll breathe in whatever's in your stomach. So we know he was drinking wine. So that doesn't seem unusual. But the fact that his girlfriend she knew he had wine and weed, and she still gave him like a full-strength pill. And I think she even gave him an extra pill. She should have known that, unless she thought they were weaker pills and that a doctor did it but they didn't prescribe it to Jimmy, they prescribed it to her, and she gave it to him. So And I don't think she wanted him dead, unless they told her to give it to him. That I'm not sure. So I'm not sure of everything in that case. I thought it was strange that I only had what I was reading to go by, so I didn't really know. That's the other thing. You get stories on the internet. You don't know who's giving you the story, even if it says, you know, this person or that person. You don't really know if they're giving you the whole truth and nothing but the truth, or actually to what extent of knowledge they have. Thelma Todd, that doesn't ring a bell. Oh, it's somebody else's wife. Who was that? Lincoln's wife? I don't know. Yeah, there's so much going on. That's why.
You drink this, not the coffee.
That's why I sold my cars to come here, and I didn't invest to make money. I didn't want to get into that game. But it's very interesting to see that. Thank you. I got a coffee, but it's not tasting very good. I got lemon. What is that? I don't know what they call these, but it's some kind of herb. But it tastes good. It's theorized that Jimi Hendrix was held down. Hendrix, Michael Jackson, John Lennon, Kurt Cobain wait a minute, I need space. I can't read the most recent chat because of that button. There's a button there, so hold on. They made more money after their deaths, but it's the love of money that's doing this, and power. Power and money is what's doing this. It's funny, whenever they give money away, they get more back. So, and it's very strange how rich Bill Gates is getting, and then able to buy up all this property. And Mark Zuckerberg building bunkers. He's going to be one of the first to go. Everyone in those bunkers they'll die from the magma. The real knows. Oh, yeah, but you don't hear everything on the police scanner. Yeah, oh, so now we're going way back, but that's what sets the stage for what's happening now. That is true. Hey, Egg Melon, meow, what's going on? How are you doing? Say it in English, the word hello. Type in Hello and see what happens. Hello. Or J-A-Y. You can type in J-A-Y too. Let's see what happens. It's code for Nightbot. Hello and J are code for Nightbot. So, hello, there you go. Should, as long as, yeah, there it is. Okay, so. If you want your channel, oh, you need a jacket for that. Hold on. Okay, if you want your channel, your main link, you can type J-A-Y if you want your main link. But I suggest putting a link to your video, to whatever video you want to be seen. That would be better. And this cat just loves to sit on me and cuddle. I don't know why. How far back am I? Oh yeah, I'm about 5 seconds back. The backup, I'm looking at the backup, it's about 4 or 5 seconds delay. I don't disagree with any of it. Actually, when I read that, Jimi Hendrix was held down. Hendrix, Michael Jackson, John Lennon. Michael Jackson should still be alive too. Kurt Cobain, they said he killed himself. Jimmy he drank a wine and smoked weed to relax because he was stressed out. He was new to London. He had a 4-year career there, but he was being stressed out by his handlers, I guess. They were the ones. They're all a part of this. So he thought he was going out of his mind, so his girlfriend gave him pills. Now, that's where the questions come in. Why did she give him so much drug? he officially didn't die from a drug overdose, so they're not saying that. Just like John McAfee said, I'm not being suicided. He even did a tattoo that said whacked. He was whacked. So, and they killed him, I think, 2 years ago? I forget when he died. But, and they're not searching for his killers. They're not searching for his killers. Yeah, they took over Hollywood. So they own the television news. They pretty much own Hollywood and Disney. Disney is a scoundrel corporation. They're actually the parent corporation of American Broadcasting Company, which is the parent corporation of ESPN. They're all scoundrels. Stop racism. I can't stand when I see that. Everyone that says that thinks that racism is a problem. It's all a cover-up to hide what's going on. Black Lives Matter. I was in traffic one day and I never got to work that day because they blocked the highway with people on chains. I was so ticked off because I said to myself, I can't be late today. That's why I left early. And I was blocked in traffic. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh. Then I found out it was Black Lives Matter. That was 2012 or 2013. That was unbelievable. And then I went to work and I said, there were people in chains blocking the highway. And I don't know what time it was when I got to work. My boss said, yeah, don't worry about it. He goes, I heard, don't worry about it. I heard. You heard. It's like, we're in Boston. We're based out of Dallas, right? And so a manager in Boston hears about BLM, Biden's laptop matters. That's a good one. But I never thought of that. So what can we say? We got a good little audience, but 7 people just tuned out. That's funny. All in 1 second. Boom! Oh. But we've been here, wait a minute. Hour and 39. I'm not sure what they're doing. Cobain's suicide letter. So, is it all about CPR? You know, so anyway, I was going back to CPR. I don't look at all of it because I say, yeah, they're going to do it. They're going to keep doing it. But occasionally I'll look at one, and it's always multiple companies, a conglomerate. It's this company in Spanish, and that one, and that. You know, they're like derivatives of Sony and BMI, and all, you know, these little groups of companies that they create for themselves, and I'm like, every song is, and then what they do is they sell, and then they sell, and then they sell, and the next thing you know, it's a conglomerate that owns the rights, and they're doing it to all music, and they've given themselves power to hang on to a song for 100 years. It's like the only songs older than 100 years are like Happy Birthday, and now someone rewrote it, so now he's got a new copyright on it. It's like, I don't understand that. How can someone take that and then make a new copyright? Because there was no old copyright, or it went past the statute. It's like, we don't need to let that happen. The Marcos family is back. The Marcos. Oh yeah, his son is the president. So, and who's the other one that? There's a lot of people. Ringo vowed never to return. Well, he's an old man now. You know, what is he going to do? Sing his own version of Happy Birthday? He's too old. Ringo had at least three, I'd say, not including Yellow Submarine, I'd say he had 3 wonderful songs. As a solo artist. That's pretty good. So, You're 16, You're Beautiful. Photograph, I forget the name of the other song. He had tour dates? That I didn't know. I did not know that. Singing what, his old songs? He had some fantastic songs. Because, I mean, I remember them from the 70s, but I kind of forgot about them until like this last 2 years. Because now I'm doing karaoke, so, and I'm like, those songs are so good, I can't sing them. I can't sing them. I think he was the lead singer on With a Little Help from My Friends also, which wasn't their song, but they did a version of, I forgot his name. He's got his arm up like this. Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker. Oh, Joe Cocker did a version of the Beatles song. That's what it was. So, but I think Ringo was the lead singer of that. So that was maybe his greatest song. I'm not. Don't nail me to the wall about that statement. So, Paula Berlinski, I'll give you a jacket. Paula or Paula? Let's go to channel. You can go to channel with the jacket if you right click on laptop or tap on the phone. You can go to channel. You're unsearchable. Where are you from? You joined in May. You have no, so you got to start making videos. Is that your main channel? That I don't know. So, what else we talking? This streaming service, being direct on YouTube without streaming service or sound card or anything else, or a second laptop, headphones, all that, it's making me read the chat. Which I always aim to do that, but what happens is I end up missing so much chat, or I'm too late for what I would prefer to be. I might always be like that, but I didn't know Ringo was still touring. So he's gonna never to return, but he's returned. So George and John are dead. What about George Harrison? They all died young, and I'm wondering why. They said he had a disease, but gosh, I'm 66. I hardly ever go to a doctor. I don't even take vitamins. Like once a month, my wife will give me a pill, and I'm like, wait, what's that? It's a vitamin C. It's good. It's nice. Okay, I'll take it. I said, Norma, carbs are no good for you. The older you get, the worse carbs are. Because they cause all kinds of damage. Carbs, too much carbs. If you have more than one serving of carbs, you're eating too many carbs. And the problem is, most people on most days eat 10 times the carbs they're supposed to eat. The whole United States, the food group plan, where they showed you're supposed to eat all this much grain, it's a triangle. It's like all that grain was to support the companies making cereal and cookies and crackers and snacks that was owned then, was the biggest investment of the companies that are now as part of the WEF and doing all that Blackstone group, and that made them rich. It gave them the money to continue to get the power. All right, so probably going to wind down here. People say Russia. Oh, he won't return to the Philippines. Well, I'm here. It could be because they can't protect him. I don't know. We all have a different journey, I guess. I'm meant to be here, so. People say Russia leader is a body double. You mean Putin? In America, the distraction is that everything's Russian disinformation and that Putin is the enemy. I disagree with that. He hasn't done anything to be our enemy. But for all these years, Russia's the same as the United States. So why is the U.S. The only thing that's wrong with Russia is the politics. But American politics is the same when the Democrats are in charge, and too many people don't see it. They'll continue to have elections, but the only people that'll be on the ballot are their own favorite people. That's what happens with. In 2020, they canceled the primaries because they thought, well, Joe Biden's going to win, so we'll just give him the win. That wasn't fair. That wasn't really democracy. But then they turn around and say our democracy is at stake. There's so many stupid people that will tell you that Trump's the enemy, and it doesn't make sense. And YouTube agrees with that. Nothing makes sense that YouTube's doing, but then they have pornography rules, but then they allow smut, and then they'll shut down someone telling the truth. Marge Shildon, thank you for stopping in. Awesome. I will add you. Thank you so much. We're getting new subs. Thank you. Yeah, but the audience is jumping because we're running too long. Ringo won't return because the Beatles were run out of the country for offending Madame Marcos there. The button is blocked. The heart button is blocking me. Ringo won't return because the Beatles were run out of the country for offending Madame Marcos. Their plane was shot at. Really? What did they say? Well, they were young back then, so I mean, I'm sure Ringo is a respectful man now. I don't know why they would be shot at. What did they say? You know, he's going to be 75 or 80, so when you get that age, you don't want to fly everywhere. Even if you have a first-class seat, you're comfortable, you still have to sit there for 12 hours or more. Sometimes it's like, if you're going all the way from your home city, which is unlikely, your home city to Manila in a business class with a full layback, you could be on that plane for 15 hours. It's hard to do that. Hard to do that when you're older. He's older than I thought. 84? Yeah, it's hard to travel at that age. I can't believe he's still touring. So good for him. If he is, that's good. I got to figure out a way to get a desk here in front of me. I have tables, but I got to rearrange it. All right. So, and I'm sure they got the technology today where they're reinforcing the sound so that his old voice will be patched in on top of it. He'll sing along with it, and it'll sound a little bit live. And then all they have to do is rehearse a little bit, you know. They're doing the songs every night, so they don't. A little rehearsing before the first night, that's all they need to do, and then you can do the songs. The songs have been recorded all his life, so they don't change. The recording never changed. Willie Nelson at 90, he played St. Augustine, Florida. Willie Nelson, yeah. See, those types of artists, they can get up there, they can use sound reinforcement and go that way, and then your mic is live and you're singing along with yourself, and then some artists do that. Not all. If he's up to it, maybe he's not doing that, but I know when some artists do the Star Spangled Banner, like Whitney Houston, for the Super Bowl or something like that, they'll use the sound reinforcement and they'll sing over it. It'll sound kind of sort of like that, and you know, they have ways of making it sound good. So thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. If you haven't already smashed that thumbs up, thank you for doing that. Ringo and Tom Jones can still sing, Paul McCartney can't. Paul can't. Paul was doing concerts like not long ago over here in America, summer concerts outdoors at the in Tennessee. I forget the name of the place. And the kids all thought he was awesome. But that was I want to say 2013, so that was 10 years ago. Paul's voice is shot. I'm 66 and I'm doing karaoke, but I didn't start singing until I was like 62, 63. I mean, I did a song or two when I was around 60, or 59, but I wasn't really singing all the time. But now I like to do karaoke. But I have that, I don't know how to describe my voice. It's kind of rough. And it's hard for me to sing, but I do it. Let's see. I can't read the last chat because I got a button. There's a button there, and I don't know why they put it there. Jagger can still cut it. Yeah, he's 70 or 71. Because they were young when they started. He was like 22, I guess. No, younger than that. No. I'm thinking in 69, he might have been, I don't, Jagger's 80 now. Oh, I'm losing track. Mick Jagger's workout routine is maybe better than mine. Richard's just 80. So Richards and Jagger are the same age. They're all pretty much the same age. It's funny how they live so long. So they're not the druggies that everybody thinks they are. Just because you did drugs, you didn't kill yourself, it doesn't mean you can't straighten out and start working out and eating right and stuff like that. I'm kind of enjoying things and letting my body go, but still haven't really gained weight, so I'm glad of that. I keep telling my wife, stop it eating the carbs, the spaghetti and the rice and the bread and the pizza and the poto, all this. There's so many rice snacks and wheat snacks. Snacks are so cheap here. Candy and snacks that aren't imported. If you're not eating imported chocolate, it's cheap. So, ow. So they don't tax it. They don't tax soda pop. Coke and Pepsi are actually cheaper here than in the United States, even though we import it from the United States, because it doesn't have the local taxes, which is what drives the price still up so much. Dick Van Dyke. I was wondering what happened to him, because he's still alive, 98, yeah, but he's not doing a rock concert. He does, oh, I don't know if I want to call it vaudeville. He does a couple of numbers though, right? He sings a little bit. He dances, yes. He's 98. Yeah. He's old school, I would say. I mean, the Rolling Stones are old school. We never thought, and Willie Nelson, we never thought they were going to last this long. So don't make fun of people, guys. You don't know how long you got. Make your life right. Make your life right. I'm putting out the mics so I can see the last chat. Wrecked his car recently. Yeah, there's something that when you approach 100, something happens to your nervous system and you can't hold your hands steady. The song Like a Rock by Bob Seger, my hands were steady. You know, it's like when you're 100, your hands are like this. When you're reading, when you're holding a piece of paper and reading, you know, like this, it's like you can't hold your hands steady. So lucky me, my hands are still pretty steady. You can see them moving a little bit, but it's funny how they lose control of that. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything, guys. I'm one of the happiest men on the face of the earth. So Anna not quitting, no friends. You need videos to grow on YouTube if that's what you're talking about, Anna. Same with no. Sub to me, please. You're asking people to sub with only 7 videos, so just keep putting videos. If they like the video, they'll sub. People see a video, there's a small chance that they'll sub to it, and then that's how you grow, guys. So just keep making videos. If you get 1 sub, then make another video, but don't let days go in between. Don't have days in between your videos. I average 6 videos per day. I only get 1 today. I gotta get on. It's getting late. I gotta get my videos out there. I should have 6 more, and then I gotta go make more videos. It never stops. I don't take Saturdays and Sundays off. I was doing that live Sunday through Friday, and then take Saturday off, and then I can't do that. All right, I'm going to end the live stream, guys. We're coming up on 2 hours. We're going to say goodbye. Thank you, guys, everybody. Thank you for the new format. It's awesome. I'll see you. Oh, I don't know how to end it. What do I? I gotta reach up and end it. I get it. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay, bye, guys.